Right, g'day guys, Clint here for dropshipdownunder.com.au. Today I'm going to be talking about 3 things that you need to know about dropshipping going into 2020, which it's a very, very exciting time in my opinion. I think, things are on the up and up. I'm really excited about 2020 and moving forward. A brand new decade. I think there's a lot of changes and a lot of big things that are going to happen with e-commerce, and I'm fired up about it. I'm very excited about the future. I think I'm very optimistic about how e-commerce is tracking, and our businesses are exploding at the end of the day. I mean, other people have been a bit pessimistic. I've seen a lot of posts that I try and block out because it doesn't affect me at all. But they're not happy with the way things are going mostly because they're selling AliExpress shit on little gadgets and things that people don't want. And that sort of transitions into the 3 things that you need to be thinking about, guys. Okay, the first thing is your niche selection. Honestly, you need to be selling high-ticket, high-quality items that people actually want. Passion-based, interest-based, hobby-based, lifestyle-based, things that people actually want, right? And at the end of the day, if you're not selling high-quality gear, in my opinion, you're not really building a sustainable long-term business, okay? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, people will say, they'll point out this freak on the internet who's sold fidget spinners and made $100,000 in 2 months or a month. But what did he do the next month is what I want to know. That's what you never hear about, you know what I mean? You never hear about those guys. What you want to do is get a really nice slow burn going on your store, slowly scale it and build it into something, where you can have a good standard of living and a really good, standard of life at the end of the day. Work online, be at home, be wherever you want, travel, do whatever you want to do, but be online and work remotely. That's the key. You don't have to be anywhere at any one time. As long as you've got the Wi-Fi, you're good to work, right? So with niche selection, focus on things that people actually want. Build an authority niche store, okay? And what I'm talking about with an authority niche store, now I've been talking about it in a couple other videos. I'm going to use high-end fishing reels for an example, right? Build a high niche right down, okay? Let me break it down. I've spoken about it in another video, but I'll break it down again, right? Think of fishing, for example. There's about 3 or 4 different levels of fishing, right? There's fishing the niche itself, which for me is literally a general store. You might not think it is, but it is. There's hundreds of thousands of different items, right? So fishing, then you might break it down into tackle, right? Fishing tackle. Again, there's hundreds of thousands of items, right? But then you drop it down again into a high ticket niche item like fishing reels. There's thousands of different variations, right? Obviously, but you build an authority niche store around that product, fishing reels and fishing reels alone, right? You become the absolute authority in that area. This does 3 things. Builds trust, showing that this is what you do and this is what you're all about and this is how you make your money, right? 2, it helps drive your costs down because that's all you're focusing on, right? So your ad spend usually less because you can hyper target your ads exactly where you want them to go, right? And it makes it way, way, way easier to convince suppliers to work with you because they like working with authority niche stores. They see what you're all about. You know what I mean? They don't see you as like this fly-by-night setup. They see you as someone who's laser focused on what they're doing. Do you understand what I'm getting at, guys? So that's number 1. That's one thing you need to be looking out for in 2020. Number 2 is where to advertise. Okay, like at the moment, this is just for people just starting out. I mean, Grant and I, we have advertising across almost every different platform you could think about now. But we have our systems down pat. We have our SOPs locked down. But if you're just starting out, and a lot of people have been cracking up when I've been telling them this because it's the oldest one in the book. People have been telling me this is dead and they're off their head, right? And that's Google ads, search-based ads, text-based ads. That is what's converting the best for my stores by far, bar none. Bar none. Everything that we do, except the retargeting, is always important, but text-based ads, right? And what we do is because we're niche right down, we can focus on hyper-targeted keywords and phrase match them so that, whenever anybody searches anything to do with, for example, fishing reels, our store's popping. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? Like, we can afford to spend more per click than the average general store. And I'm talking about the big box guys too. The average general store that is selling fishing gear, because they have to promote thousands and thousands of different items, where we can be laser focused on certain keywords, exact keywords for that matter, and funnel red hot traffic straight down into our store and retarget them on the back end. And at the end of the day, they convert like crazy. I'm telling you guys, 2020, we use the oldest advertising trick in the book, Google Ads. It's working. But having said that, it's on the back of the niche selection as well. So you've got to have a good niche selection of people that actually want your gear, high quality gear, backed up by the hyper focused targeted ads and keywords. All right, so number 3. Yeah, so number 3 is your suppliers. Okay, at the end of the day, you need to be onboarding gold suppliers. I mean, like I've said in other videos, I use people like Dropship Zone. I use, always direct, fast sales direct or whatever it is. Anyway, a few of these, easy to sign up for dropshipping platforms or businesses, just to fill out the store a little bit quickly so that I can onboard these other gold suppliers. The idea is to look like you're organised and ready and up and running before you contact them. But look, at the end of the day, you need to onboard these genuine wholesalers. Even if they don't advertise that they dropship, you need to reach out to these guys. You need to give them a call. You need to find the biggest wholesalers in your niche market and reach out to them. Ring them, send them an email, explain our business model, explain the dropshipping business model and how you can help them. You don't need to be scared about reaching out to these guys. This is their job. Their job is to onboard more retailers, right? So everyone's nervous about ringing or even emailing, which I find amazing. Because the minute you onboard these genuine wholesalers, your margins go from 10 to 20% with these smaller, with these drop shipping websites that advertise they drop ship. Your margins go from 10 to 20% all the way up to 40 to 60 plus instantly, because you're buying direct from the supplier, direct from the wholesaler. You're getting genuine wholesale rates, just like any other normal brick and mortar retailer would. But again, you don't hold any stock and you don't do any of that. So they won't all take you on at the end of the day. It's a numbers game, right? So you need to concentrate and focus and ring these people, reach out to them and get it done. That's basically all it comes down to, guys. So that's the 3 things: authority niche, Google Ads for your traffic, and reaching out to genuine wholesalers. All right, guys, that's it. Keep living the dream. If you like the vid, give me a thumbs up. And if there's, got any questions or anything like that, actually, that reminds me, if you look down below in the description below, you'll see all the, there's some free training there. So if you're just starting out, check it out. There's some free dropshipping training there. It's very exciting. So that's it. Yep. Subscribe to the channel. And till next time, keep living the dream. And we'll talk again soon. Cheers.